How's it going, Twitch? My name is Skull, and on behalf of Eastasiasoft, welcome to today's stream. Today's an exciting day because today I'm giving you guys a look at the brand new game that just came out, Fallen City Brawl, and today I am joined by the developer of Fallen City Brawl. He's in the call with me right now. Mike, welcome to the stream.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
So, as we see this very cool intro here, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody who you are? A little bit about yourself.
So I'm Mike Wells. I'm the developer of Fallen City Brawl. And yeah, it's really exciting to be here to talk about the game a little bit more with you. Been developing the game for a number of years and I've actually partnered with Eastasiasoft, and it's fantastic. Today we launched, so been an exciting day. A lot of people playing the game, a lot of great feedback, and yeah, it's been a fantastic day, so really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the intro. I haven't even started the game itself. I haven't gotten past the main menu, but this is a really cool, this intro we see here, it definitely looks like an arcade attract mode from an old arcade machine from the 90s. You've definitely captured the feel perfectly for that.
I'm so glad that's coming across. This was, when I first was kind of thinking about kind of developing this game, what I wanted to capture was that, you know, that feeling of going into an arcade, kind of late 80s, kind of early 90s arcade, and you kind of, the music kind of blaring and, you know, people crowded around the latest arcade machine, and that's really what I was hoping to capture with Fallen City Brawl. And so, yeah, I wanted that intro to be you know, kind of action-packed and just try and kind of bring a little bit of that kind of magic from the arcades. That's what I was aiming for with that. So thank you. That's really kind. I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's kind of hopefully kind of achieving some of that.
We got Dimlord in the chat. Hi, Dimlord. He says, this looks like a beat 'em up.
That's exactly right. I'm glad it does.
So apparently now I owe him $50 because he guessed that it was a beat 'em up. Also, hello, Hummingbird Mika. Glad to see you again. So let's go ahead and actually get to the, I gotta click back into the game actually. Let's go ahead and check this out. So, Steam leaderboard. I'm interested to see who's at the top right now. Dragon Pacifist with a score of, wow, that's a lot of zeros. Hang on. 124,600,900.
You know what? The score system in the game is there if people really want to kind of maximize the score that they're achieving.
Yep. It looks like you're number 13 right now.
No, do you know what? I mean, beating at my own game. I'm falling lower and lower down the leaderboard. I'm going to have to put some time in.
The guy in first has 100 million more points than you do.
You know, you didn't have to put that in. But, yeah, it's true. There's quite. I've created quite what I hope is quite a detailed score system. Whereby kind of combos are really important in the game. So if you kind of really maximize the combos that you're achieving, that releases gems. If you kind of collect the gems, you've got access to riot mode, which is like a super attack. It's got 3 gauges. The higher the gauge is, the bigger the score multiplier. So there's a big kind of push on maximizing the kind of the combos and kind of using those kind of riot gauges in a way that will really push your score up. So
all right,
yeah, and some players are really kind of getting into that, and right on top of that leader.
I guess the pressure's on me to at least try and make top 100 on that. I guess we'll see how I do today. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the tutorial just so I learn how to actually do this. So it looks like we got 4 characters here. Sergeant Clay, Rico, Natasha, and Iron Jackson.
So, yeah, there's a little bit of a bio for each of them. Will appear if you kind of hover over the character.
Sergeant Clay, an ex-SWAT team member framed for a crime he didn't commit. Fights to clear his name and clean up the FCPD. Rico, a special forces operative whose unit was destroyed by ignition gear. He fights to bring him to justice. Natasha, a mechanic fighting to find her sister, to convince her to leave Ignition Gear's side. And Iron Jackson, former lieutenant betrayed by Ignition Gear, fights for revenge. So I'm getting the impression that Ignition Gear is the bad guy.
Yeah, that's right. So
just
Ignition Gear Yeah, he's the bad guy, and he's got 6 kind of lieutenants as well, who each control kind of different parts of the city.
All right. Learning the combos, of which I'm sure there are many.
Yeah, I've tried to build in quite a flexible combo system with this. There's at the end of each kind of combo string, you can use up or down to basically kind of either kind of uppercut and kind of launch the player in the air, or to push the player forward. And so, kind of combining those, there's a few different kind of approaches that you can do.
Ooh, I see. And I guarantee I'm going to forget most of these before.
It's okay.
There we go.
I had a really good suggestion, actually, some feedback today around the buttons indicators. So if you, with this guy, if you kind of, this is around the kind of the wall bouncing mechanic. You can use that to extend your combos as well. The counter is quite kind of tricky to land, but it's intentionally so. If you let him punch you and then you kind of do towards and X, you'll be able to hopefully kind of time it so that you can kind of get the counter in there. But it's a little bit more advanced than some of the other moves as well.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
You get a gem when you do a counter as well.
Dimlord is pointing out that I'm punching and kicking this guy in the face. He's not even trying to attack. I am such a jerk.
If you move a little bit closer to the center, should be over there. There you
okay.
go.
Yeah, I see. There's a bit of a.
There's like an icon that appears. You know, if you used to play kind of Neo Geo games, kind of some of those kind of on-screen icons. You've got the joystick and the buttons kind of appearing on the screen.
Okay, yeah, that helps.
I had some feedback that maybe the area that you were able to kind of do the ground and pound, maybe I need to expand the hitbox a little bit. So I think that's something I can push forward in an update.
Maybe people just need to get good.
That was the shotgun that you used. Obviously, there each character's got their own kind of special weapon. So Clay's has got a shotgun, Rico's got a handgun, Natasha's got a kind of large wrench as well. Iron Jackson's got Molotov cocktails.
Oh, this is so cool. That's a bit overkill, isn't it?
Yeah.
We brought in the whole mob.
Those that kind of card that comes on with the special forces, that was one of the first that I ever game, going back a few years now. And it was something that I tried to kind of use to kind of capture the feel of what I'm trying to achieve with this.
Okay.
So, how did you find the tutorial? You looked like you got through that.
Yeah, I got through the tutorial just fine. Let's see. Got a few more people in the chat. Hello, Trash Rando. He says that's a brawler gang, and I guess that's exactly what it is. Also, first time chatter, indie game hideout. That's sick. Yeah, that was awesome. I really liked that.
It's great to have the feedback. I think, you know, I've always loved playing beat 'em ups. When I was kind of starting to develop this was on the back of me playing a lot of Streets of Rage when I was younger, a lot of Final Fight, a lot of Guardian Heroes, Alien vs Predator. Really wanted to try and capture some of that brawl, that kind of beat 'em up. Scroll action, you know? Some
of the best arcade games were beat 'em ups, and there's a lot of ones that are based off of franchises like TMNT, The Simpsons comes to mind. All these games that they're just so fun. You just plop a quarter in an arcade machine and you grab a friend and you guys just destroy everything in your path. It's awesome. Oh, yeah. By the way, the #1 guy on the leaderboard is in the chat. Oregon Pacifist. Hello. You are superior. We are not worthy.
Hello. That's awesome. That is a score. That really is a score.
That is insane.
You need to tell us how you got that, and thank you for the support. I know you supported the game for a long time, kind of through YouTube. and through your kind of streams, and that's it's really appreciated. So it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, River City Girls, of course. Well, now we're about to add Fallen City Brawl to the long list of great beat-em-ups. I say we go ahead and start a new game and get into it.
But the beat 'em ups, the genre is kind of really flourished. I think over the last few years. I think obviously we had Streets of Rage 4 a few years ago.
Yep,
which I think
excellent
has helped
game.
kind of really pushed the genre forward a lot. So yeah, and like you mentioned, the Turtles game as well. Some great stuff. Some of the enemies will block as well, kind of when you're punching them. Just kind of vary things a little bit. Nice. That's one of the specials. I think that was if you kind of
it's A and X.
A and X.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the stuff that's kind of lying around the game you can pick up and throw. So crates and barrels, and you should be able to pick up the motorbike as well.
Yeah, I got the sword there. Yeah, motorbike. Picking up the motorbike and throwing it. Classic beat 'em up.
You can also shoot the motorbikes as well.
Oh,
with your
you
shotgun,
can?
and that creates kind of explosion, which will obviously kind of impact on other enemies as well.
Oregon Pacifist says, love this game. Thank you for your hard work, Mike.
That's really kind. Thank you for your support over all these years. Really, it does make a difference. And well done for smashing that leaderboard as well. We were talking, weren't we, before that I need to be.
No one else is even close.
I know. I need to be closer. I need to be.
You're respectable number 13. Nothing bad has ever happened with the number 13 before. Oh, I just got an achievement. Ryan activate riot mode.
Yeah, so that's the kind of first stage of the riot mode. I think you must have had like 5 gems, and so that gives you kind of some additional scores. So you get like a ×2 score multiplier.
Yeah.
And you get kind of some additional kind of bonuses, kind of with your special moves. Some additional kind of movement there as well. A couple of other things with score and things.
Just got that guy off his motorcycle. That felt good. Oh, I'm dead.
Seeing how people respond to the bikes is really good, actually, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Because they're kind of tough when they first come on the screen. Conscious. I want the game to feel fair, and there's been some good feedback.
Yeah.
People have played it. Generally, it does feel kind of fair as a beat 'em up, and I think it's quite important. The bikes, I quite enjoy people off the bikes as well.
How do you swap to the gun?
Okay, so the gun is Y, and you need to have bullets. Oh yeah, you've got some bullets.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
Sit down. Okay.
You can chain the shotgun into your combos as well. So if you kind of launch one of the enemies or a group of them, you can use a shotgun to kind of extend that combo.
Okay, cool.
It works at range as well, so the kind of closer you are to the enemy, the more you have on them, but you can kind of stun the enemy if you're further away as well.
We live in a rough part of town, apparently.
Yeah, it's not so good. There's a bar in the background though.
This looks straight out of the arcade of the 90s. It is perfect.
Thank you.
The one and only thing that tells me it's not from the 90s is that it's widescreen instead of full screen, but
yeah,
it needs to
you know what? When I first started developing this, I originally intended it to be kind of 4:3 aspect ratio, but I moved away from it in the end. I think it made the game. I've tried to go for quite large characters, quite large sprites, and it made the game a little bit too claustrophobic. So I kind of went for the widescreen. Plus, I guess the majority of players obviously aren't playing on a kind of 4:3 kind of aspect ratio, and it just meant that for the majority of people there would be kind of big black kind of borders on the side. So So yeah, ended up obviously in the 15-9. Well, yeah, I'm glad that feels coming across. It's very much what I'm trying to.
It is
achieve.
really well done. It's obvious you know what you're doing when you made this game. That looks so cool. That bad guy coming in like that.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. He's obviously in the first stage boss. The first stage boss originally was good. You know, Ian Jackson, the character, maybe we'll later, but the playable character was originally going to be the first stage boss in the game. But I had some feedback that people would like to play as him, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm gonna make him a playable character instead, and yeah, we'll kind of swap him out for this guy. You're doing well there.
Yeah, it was kind of cool landing that combo. I don't know how, but I did it, and it felt awesome.
Think you got him.
I think so. All right.
Nice work.
I beat the first stage and lost all my lives.
You're doing all right. You're doing good.
Terp's Breath, first of all, hi. Second of all, is asking, are there plans on this coming to consoles? Because right now it's only on PC.
Yeah, that's right. So we're on Steam and GOG at the moment, just launched today. Definitely coming to console. It'll be later this year. So we haven't got a kind of a release date at this point, but it will be coming to console, and it will be later this year, 2025.
There you go, guys. It's also on PlayStation. So yeah, so it'll be on console.
Yeah, you can
later this year.
You can wishlist it. Wishlist it on PlayStation now. On the PS Store.
There you go.
And it's coming to Switch and Xbox 2 as well.
All right.
Or Xbox as well.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it'll play on Switch too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's and it'll definitely play backward compatible with Switch. I'm not sure if they'll dedicate to version, but they'll definitely. So it'll be playable on Switch too.
Yeah. There you go.
This snow stage, I tried to capture. You know, in games where you have the deformable snow, so you can walk through it and it leaves a trail. I always loved that in Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter, I want to say Virtua 4 actually, but you know, you see it in quite a few games. But I'd never really seen it in a beat 'em up before, so I thought I want to try and do something with that. So
we can throw the snowmobile.
Yeah, you can.
That's awesome.
This is the stage is called the Frozen Bamboo Forest. It's kind of, I wanted to get some of the kind of military kind of stuff in the background, kind of among bamboo, kind of like kind of ruined kind of aeroplanes and helicopters, and trying to combine that with a kind of kind of snowy kind of vibe. But yeah, hopefully it feels a little bit different.
This area especially reminds me of Neo Geo. For some reason, like I could definitely see the inspiration there.
I love Neo Geo games. I wasn't lucky enough to have a Neo Geo. So expensive.
Yeah, well, who did?
But,
it's got me. I got it. There we go.
You got it. But yeah, obviously played a lot of Neo Geo since then. So. I suppose in Neo Geo it's a system that, I mean, obviously it was an arcade, but it kind of very much encapsulates arcade gaming, you know. So there's definitely a Neo Geo kind of influence.
Yeah, I know it wasn't going to last long there.
Those coins that released.
So I just hit the A button to continue. Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Those coins that released.
Yep.
So when you get your combos, when you kind of hit 10 or 20. Then you get gems released. Once you've got a full gauge of gems. You can either kind of use them as a riot move, or you can keep hold of them, and then instead of gems, you collect coins. And the coins work in different ways. A, they're really good for score. B, if you're on your last life of your last continue and you get hit, your coins will kind of basically take the hit. So you'll lose your rings.
Okay.
What I was going to say was that in a similar way to Sonic, so when you get hit in Sonic, you lose your rings.
Yeah.
With this, if you're on your last kind of bit of health on your last life of your continue, you'll lose your coins, because you'll lose your coins anyway when you kind of die in a continue. So it's kind of like one last kind of bit of, one last chance to get a health pickup or get to the...
This is kind of chaotic right now. I love it.
Yeah, I guess there's different ways of playing this, but one of the things that I really wanted to maximize was just a lot of action on screen, a lot of intensity.
Oh, you succeeded.
So, cheers.
Oh, that hurt. Okay. Oh, that's really not good.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big sword.
Yeah. Heads up, everyone. This man has a very big sword. Oh, and wolves.
Yeah, he's got wolves as well.
That's kind of an interesting combo there I was able to do. And he just killed me. That's fine.
Yeah, he's pretty tough. If you try and grab him, you've only got a very limited amount of time.
Oh, I killed him.
You've killed him, you've got him. You've only got a limited amount of time to be able to kind of fight. Yeah, I think we're probably playing on regular, which is intended to be... There's some challenge in it, particularly in the later stages, but I think it's intended to be an easier mode, basically. There's a hard mode as well, which is quite a bit tougher. I think I'm hopeful to kind of introduce maybe an update as well, looking at some additional difficulty levels. Good to
I'm not okay. Can you please tell me how I'm supposed to not get hit by this guy's gun?
When he's about to shoot, you get a kind of sight appearing on the screen. Basically, if you kind of move up or down out of the, not only horizontally, so you can kind of use that as a timer, basically, or just put a load of pressure on him. He'll kind of block with his shield. He's got a riot shield, but yeah, pressure's good.
Okay, I think I can do that.
This subway was...
There's a cat here. There's a cat here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just chilling on the subway. All the kind of litter in the background of the subway, quite recent. The subway was looking it was looking like pristine. A bit more graffiti, and tried to rough it up a little bit. And it's a beat 'em up, so it's got to have a subway level, obviously.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
I think it would have been criminal not to include a subway level.
Don't worry, the cat will never be hurt. Will not be hurting the cat today. All right. How many stages are there total?
7 in total.
Okay, so this is stage 3.
Yeah, this is stage 3. Got 4 more. Yeah, I've tried to kind of create some variety in the stages. Tried to make sure that each one feels kind of different. That there's a kind of different theme going on. You know?
Yeah, we started out in the streets, and then we went to the snow, and now we're in the subway. They're absolutely different.
Yeah. I should make a shout out as well to, you can kind of hear the music kind of coming across. I think that the soundtrack is by Daniel Lindholm. He's done a fantastic job with this. Each different stage has got a, like I said, trying to get a kind of different feel for it, and the soundtrack really helps with. There's a real kind of mixture of different musical themes as well. And yeah, it was a real pleasure to work with on this. Daniel's kind of worked with Capcom, so it was a real kind of boon to kind of for Daniel to be involved in this. So I'm hopeful that it kind of helps. I think there's a few different things that Beat 'em Up needs and what I was trying to really achieve, and I think the music is important. It's a kind of the feel of the game, the music, and how they work together. So yeah, it was important to me that felt right.
Yes, the high score is very, very safe indie game. No need to worry about me getting that today. Although I am kind of getting quite a few combos here. Very surprised at myself.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got the hang of it.
Trash Rando is asking if there is an elevator level.
You know what? There isn't an elevator level, and it's the other kind of thing in a beat 'em up that you would usually get. There was one in an earlier, and I kind of didn't use it in the end. I don't know. Who knows? Perhaps down the road. But for now, yeah, there is no elevator level, unfortunately. But there is a level in the gym. I'm not sure if that helps. But...
Okay. Well, there's your answer. I'm kind of struggling here.
You're kind of outnumbered, aren't you? Pick up that shotgun. That evens up the odds, I think.
Yep. I agree. These guys brought a knife to a gunfight.
The cash on the floor is points, really. I always enjoyed playing... Do you remember Nart? From years ago in the arcade. A game that threw just all sorts of like pickups. I always quite liked that, so I wanted to kind of put that in there. Doing well with the flying kick. If you when you're doing the flying kick, there's also a different kind of variant of it. If you down kick and then you'll do like a flying knee, and you can also like that.
Yeah.
You can also up, so you can do the flying knee into a combo that.
Just a little out of range. Oh, might lose here.
You might. You're right. In the last line. You might get him though. It's going to be close.
Yeah. I got one continue left.
You got one continue left. This is good.
He was just 2 hits away too. Oh well.
Excellent.
All right, that's stage 3 down. That's 3 better than I did before today.
Good work.
My score
I think
is...
you'll like the next stage. I'm hoping you like the next stage.
Is the score on the screen right now my total score, or is it just for that stage?
So your score is per continue. So it's so your total score is per continue, and it kind of adds that up at the end. Adds to it at the end of each stage.
I get it.
So this is the Industrial Beach stage, and this is what I was aiming for. You know, have you seen Point Break? I'm guessing you've seen Point Break. You must have seen Point Break.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a beach in there, and the kind of Keanu Reeves, they're looking at people hair samples, and like it's kind of beach. I don't know. It's an American beach, but it's kind of got like quite a kind of gritty kind of feel to it, like an industrial feel to it, like power station. But I want to capture a bit of that. So
Yeah. Okay.
I guess there's a few. I guess a few beat 'em ups have a beach stage, but I wanted to do it a little bit. It gave me the opportunity to do like little water effects as well in the kind of where the kind of seas come in as well. Waves, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Where the seas come in.
Maybe.
I've got the trains in the background, pretty close to the
Oh,
sea.
yeah.
I'm not sure if the world works that way, but I just thought that was fun.
Well, I'm stuck. There we go.
There you go. Try to make the ammo pickups. Try to get the balance between, because I think the shotgun it's kind of fun to use, but if it was kind of unlimited and the ammo, I think it'd be a bit unbalancing for the game. So
Yeah.
try to get the balance right. It's something that I'll can look at kind of tweaking as we get feedback from players as well. But I think try to strike that balance between making it.
Yeah,
fun to
balancing
use.
is always one of the hardest parts of games, especially because you're the developer. You don't know what everyone else thinks is fair or not because you're the one who made it, so you know where everything is and you know what to expect next. So
Yeah, I think so, and you know we've done a lot of testing, and you know we're a small kind of team. It's largely kind of self-developing I guess the game with, like I say, fantastic support from Daniel, and also shout out to Zeb. So Zeb is the guy who created the kind of hand-drawn art you see on the title screen, character scenes. You know, it's fantastic, and it's something that I can't do. I feel like my kind of pixel art thing is, you know, I feel like I've kind of been able to kind of capture kind of what I wanted to capture, I guess, with pixel art, but I can't draw kind of hand drawn, you know, in that kind of style. So, you know, working with Zeb has been great for that as well.
yeah,
Well, yeah, so we're a small team, so kind of getting the kind of balancing is tricky. With, you know, some really, really great support from East Asia Soft with that as well, and some really good kind of feedback through development, which has been so helpful. But it is, I guess, it's one of the kind of challenges around, because obviously I've played this game a lot. You wouldn't know it from position in the core table, but you do get to know how it kind of works and get used to it. So I think useful to kind of get that feedback just around the balance. But hopefully it's enjoyable as it is.
yeah. Hello, Luke. The game will be releasing on consoles later this year. That's the plan.
Yeah, looking forward to the.
And we're looking forward to it.
consoles.
Yes.
I play a lot of Switch, so I feel like this will be a good on the handheld. It's that kind of game where I think, you know, you can kind of join it for short bursts. Also Steam Deck as well, obviously, you can play it on Steam Deck at the moment.
Oh, excellent. I know there's a lot of Steam Deck players out there who'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah. So this character, I don't know if you know, she kind of joined with from the helicopter.
Yeah.
So that kind of helicopter is the kind of recurring start of the game. Obviously, you saw it in the intro as well.
Yeah.
But it kind of keeps coming back, and there's a kind of story beat associated with her and that kind of helicopter.
Oregon Pacifist is asking, what's the best way to give constructive criticism? I have a small laundry list of minor suggestions.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, I think if you wanted to kind of reach out to me, I'm hoping that we're friends on or connected on Twitter, X, in which case kind of drop me a message. I need to set up really probably a more dedicated place. There's also obviously the kind of Steam discussion community as well. So if you go onto the kind of Steam page, you've got community and there's kind of discussion threads as well. So today I've seen quite a few people and kind of been chatting to people around some of their feedback on the game. So there as well. Basically, I'm keeping a close eye on kind of feedback in these kind of early stages of the game's release, because there's things that I'm able to obviously push through updates for. But yeah, and I very much appreciate the feedback, because as someone who's obviously played the game a lot and achieved a lot with that high score, I think I'd be very, very much interested to hear kind of feedback on that.
Yeah. So it looks like this is more of a... These enemies look like a mixture of zombies and Terminators.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of going for a I guess a kind of post-apocalyptic kind of feel for this. Something kind of experiments, and yeah, so they're a bit bigger than most of the other enemies. Tougher. They've got like kind of guns coming out of the chest and all sorts going on.
Yeah.
With this stage, there's a lot of grass kind of going on. Obviously, I wanted to kind of use that as a way of trying to kind of have the enemies coming on and being a little bit disguised as they approach you. Anything that's kind of significant, like kind of your shotgun or the other kind of weapon. There's little indicators that come up on screen to kind of indicate where stuff is. If kind of obscured, kind of
I saw the pickup earlier, so.
Yeah.
Like right here. There it is.
That's it.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, the soundtrack on this stage is a little bit different to the rest as well.
Yeah, it sure is. It's not nearly as intense. It's more of like almost mysterious.
Yeah, that's right, and I'm hoping it kind of complements the stage. I guess it's an example of what I was talking about before, where there's quite a lot of variety in the kind of soundtrack.
Wait, I want all this stuff. I can't see it in the grass, but I know it's there.
It's a bit like Zelda or whatever, where you kind of attacking through the grass. I did try and implement a kind of grass, a bit like when you snow, where it creates a trail. I wanted to do something similar with grass, but I couldn't get it working, looking anywhere near what I wanted to. So
you do your best, and sometimes, especially in video games, you just gotta find a compromise, right? So
yeah, I think I guess I'll get more kind of feedback from players around the use of some of the environmental stuff, like the grass. The resolution's a little bit higher on it than it is on the rest of the game. The resolution for the backgrounds and the characters a little bit low to definitely in the grass blades, but
yeah, but it's not enough to really make it look out of place.
Yeah,
not for me anyway.
Cheers. There's it'd be nice to. I'm always impressed when developers kind of are able to kind of create everything at exactly the same resolution in the game. I think it's a talent, and I definitely kind of cheated a little bit with some elements. But hopefully, the overall look of the game, people have been really positive about, which is great.
Oh, hello, what is this thing? This is the end of me, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, it might be.
Nope. Yes, it is. Okay, time to enter my name.
So yeah, so there's the kind of 3-character name entry. I was trying to arcade.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It shows up on the local, on your local high score table in the game. But your Steam name will show up on the Steam leaderboard.
131,400 is my score. Was that enough to put me in top 100? I guess I need to see.
Yeah, that might.
Okay.
You got pretty fast,
we can continue from stage 5. So, how will that work? I mean, I'll be able to find out soon enough, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, you can continue basically from the kind of last stage that you died on. You can continue that from that stage.
Does it give me like a full refresh on lives and continues and stuff?
Yeah. Although I'm looking at that in terms of whether that is a good thing in terms of balance. That's the way it's set up at the moment. But maybe it's a little bit too generous.
Well, I was nowhere close to top 100. I am 131. Number
Good
131.
stuff. That's not bad going, That's not bad going.
All right, well, let's just continue. And
Sergeant
I'll just
Clay.
stick with Sergeant Clay because I've been working with him. Okay.
Good stuff. I tried to start each stage with something slightly cinematic. So with this one, you got the car coming in.
Yeah.
And a zombie creature's down.
Cinematic intros to stages is such a beat 'em up thing, and I love it.
I guess with a beat 'em up, and this game is quite light on story. Obviously, I've tried to kind of keep it quite succinct, but I guess you're trying to tell a story in what you show, if that makes sense. So I guess that's one way of doing it.
We just released another beat 'em up last week called Maiden Cops, and it had quite a lot of story to it as well. And I don't know, there's something about this one that's like, I don't mind that there's no story, just because it's so fun and it looks so good.
Maiden Cops looks great as well.
Yeah. What good is a good plot if you don't have good gameplay to go with it? I would take gameplay over plot any day for an actual game. If I want plot, I'll just watch a movie,
Yeah. There's a few things, I guess there's a few decisions along the way that I've had to make in terms of what to focus on. I've got a set amount of time, a set amount of I can apply, and so I guess I've got a decision throughout, and I think that the key decision I've always tried to make is if it's about the way the game feels, if it's about the way the combat system works, then that should always be the priority.
Yeah.
So there's other elements that I'd like to do.
Okay, there's this weapon that I have here, but I'm unable to pick it up.
Well, I think that's probably a bug, and this is really helpful.
It's just stuck in the background, I think.
Yeah, you could pretend that it's intended to be there, like decoration.
Sure, it's intended. I just discovered an Easter egg, the unpickupable weapon.
The weapons, they kind of when they appear from crates and barrels and stuff, they fly up into the air. For some reason, that one has not come down. That gives me something to look at tomorrow.
I probably wouldn't have really been able to use it anyway.
Well, it's all good.
Give me all this money. I know it's here. There it is.
Yeah.
Even more than I missed. Okay. Riot super activated. Activated a super riot.
So with the super level, you get like a ×3 multiplier when you score. So
oh, nice.
Yeah. So you get the score indicators on the screen as well.
Yep.
There's something that I really wanted to include. I think I know that it's not for everybody. There's some people playing beat 'em up who want it to be very clean. Very clean, to not have that kind of visual effect. So there is the option to turn it off in the options menu. You can, but I quite liked it, and I wanted to kind of make sure that it's in there.
And you know what? I think that it's great that you've made this game as best you can to tailor to a wide variety of audiences. As I was telling you before the stream, I'm not good at video games. I'm very much a casual player, and yet I'm enjoying this immensely. And you've been telling me about how a lot of people who are really good and really enjoy beat 'em ups have been playing this and enjoying it a lot. And I think that is a credit to your hard work at making sure that this is fun for everyone. It's not easy to do that with a game, especially a fighting game, and you've managed to do it.
Thank you. That's really kind. I think yeah. I want it to be accessible. I want people to be able to choose or to be able to kind of develop how they play and to use the systems in the game as they kind of develop with it. So things like using the counter moves, things like using getting the most out of that riot gauge. The third tier of that riot gauge is the chaos. Nice use of the counter there.
I was button mashing, I won't lie. I should not have gotten that.
Button mashing's alright. The third tier of that riot gauge is the chaos tier, and there's a bit of a kind of risk reward, because whereas the second tier you get that with Clay, you get that special forces backup. It's different with each character, but with Clay you get a special forces. With the third tier you get a chaos, which is you basically get these kind of chaos in 7 different colours, and so there's a kind of achievement associated with that. But so as you're playing through, there's a bit of risk reward as to whether you activate that gauge on that third tier. Because if you do, you increase the challenge, but you also give yourself the opportunity to create more score. That little thing he does when he gets up from the ground and starts spinning, that was kind of accidental. That as I was developing this boss, it was something to do with the kind of direction that he chooses when he gets up, and he basically doesn't make his mind up. But I ended up kind of including it as a feature. I thought it looked quite cool when he's spinning.
Ooh, I'm sure there's people who could do this a lot more cleanly than I am. I'd just be happy to get through this boss, honestly. There we go. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I am at no health.
Awesome.
Whew, there we go. That was stage 5. So, 2 more stages. Here's the gym you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, notice the helicopter in the background.
Oh, yep.
It's gone now, but it may be back.
Yeah, I saw it.
This is one of my favorite tracks.
Oh yeah, I was just about to comment on it. The music just got really cool.
Feels like a bit of a kind of like 80s martial arts kind of.
Yeah, for real.
Like, you know, maybe it could be like with a kind of Rocky kind of training.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm hearing it. Man, this is so good. Do you have any interest in maybe releasing the soundtrack physically on like CD or vinyl or something?
I think that would be really cool. I think I'd be keen for something that Daniel I would hope would be interested. I think I think that'd be excellent. I think I've had a lot of positive feedback about the soundtrack. I think it's always been something we've spoken very positively about. So
I love how instead of picking up the dumbbells, he picked up the entire machine.
I tried to get it so when it's like on his, it kind of sits like it's kind of just hulking it on there. But I figure if you could pick up a motorbike.
Yeah, good point. It's still funny. It's funny in a good way. There, I'm going to do it again. It's so... I love it. Okay, somehow I'm still at no health. Oh, hello. Something just exploded.
So you might not have spotted it in the background, but there's that helicopter comes back and basically fires a missile through the window and sets the place on fire.
Oh, okay. So that's what happened. Oh, and I gained more health.
Yeah, there's health pickups. I think you must have.
I must have. I didn't even notice. Okay. Yeah. I'm suddenly good at this game. Don't know how that happened or when. And it'll never happen again, I guarantee it.
It's no, you're doing well. It's good. It's good watching you play this. I think, like I say, it's on the kind of you're on the kind of default.
Yeah,
and it should be.
Everything is on default.
Well, you know, you're playing it well, but it should be accessible. The hard mode is quite a lot tougher. There's more enemies on the screen. They inflict more damage, and yeah, really tougher.
The jump kick is definitely my go-to attack. I don't know why.
He's got a pretty good jump kick. Some of the characters are stronger in the air than others. Some of them have. So Iron Jackson, for example, has got some additional options that other characters haven't to make up for kind of. I guess he's stronger. He's kind of like a tank character. He's stronger, but a lot slower, and his jump is pretty awful. But he's got like so when he can run and he can attack when he's running. He can also pick up and throw enemies whilst he's jumping and stuff like that. So I've tried to create a bit of variety in the moveset that's available.
I think that's something worth mentioning. I just died twice in a row to these guys. That's fine. Is that I've only played so far with just this one character. There's another 3 characters that you can try and see which one fits your playstyle the best. I'm curious to know which one Oregon Pacifist used to get his 120 million game high score.
That's the one you should be using.
Maybe that's something you could consider, is saying which character people use to get their high score.
Yeah, it's on the local high score table. It includes the kind of headshot of the character, but on the Steam one it doesn't, and it's something that I could look at doing. He says confidently, but I think it is possible to kind of pass that information through. So I think you're right. I think it would be cool to look at that.
Yeah. Of course, there's no real purpose to it, but it'd be interesting to see what kind of scores people can get with different characters.
Yeah, definitely. The characters, although I've tried to balance those characters with the different kind of weapons they have and the different skill sets. I think there are some characters that are more challenging to play the game with than others, and is that intentional? I guess it's just kind of the way that it kind of happens over the game's development, but it feels kind of right for each character.
So if you're just joining us, in the call with me right now is Mike Wells, who is the developer of this game. Oh, we traded.
You got him.
We got through that. It wasn't clean, but we did it.
You're doing well. It's good seeing you playing this. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's been great having people's feedback today. I was obviously, I mean, as a kind of indie developer, the launch day was any developer really, but it's such a big. It feels such a big thing to get the kind of feedback as people have been playing the game has been fantastic today. You know, a lot of positive comments and also some really helpful suggestions. And so I'm going to obviously try and kind of schedule some updates to the game over the coming weeks to kind of develop and kind of build on some of that feedback.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that the launch has been going so well.
it's felt really positive.
I think you told me it's taken 5 years to get to this point.
I'd say so. Yeah. So the history of the game, we started with a Kickstarter. So I developed the game a little, and then I kind of went for a Kickstarter and was unsuccessful. I think, kind of looking back at the time, I don't think I'd developed the game enough at that stage to be kind of launching a Kickstarter, and it was the first time I'd kind of done that as well. There's a lot of learning with that, but it gained quite a lot of attention through that, and it wasn't successful, but it meant that I made a connection with East Asia Soft through Joshua, which was, it's fantastic. It was a fantastic opportunity for me, and so partnering with East Asia Soft was kind of that was kind of the beginning of that journey, really, that came out of that, and so yeah, it's been about 5 years, and it's not 5 years full time. Obviously, this is something that I've been able to focus more time and less time during that phase. But yeah, continuously over those kind of 5 years, I've really tried to kind of iterate on the game and really push it forward. In the background, you can see that kind of helicopter that we saw earlier. I don't know if you noticed at the beginning when it was kind of coming into crash. You've got the wolf there, so the wolf is associated with the Tasha character. And there's a little bit of story going on in the background that kind of, I guess once you played with the different characters, kind of become a little bit clearer as well.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask what's going on with this girl here, but...
She's, so do you remember when you fought on the beach stage? And you fought her, and she got kind of taken away by that.
Oh, that's her.
Machine
okay.
That you fought on the next stage. That's her.
Okay.
But yeah, I won't go. I mean, the story's not that deep, but there's a little bit of story. One of the characters that associated with that. It's only a small thing, but I tried to build it in. It's just something that I put in mind. The rain effect in the stage took me a little while to kind of work on. I would like to. There's a lot in the stage that's got reflections, and I want to kind of build those reflections into the characters as well. Perhaps
I see. Yeah.
They've still got their kind of shadows there, but it was a performance thing more than anything else. There's the way the game kind of draws the shadows. If I kind of did something different for this one stage, I couldn't get it working without a hit on the performance. So. I expect it's something that I was doing or not doing, but it's something that I'm going to be looking to implement moving forward.
Oh, I think the rain is very convincing. It looks good.
I called the stage Downpour because it felt useful.
Yeah.
This is ignition gear kind of waiting in the
background.
That's
ignition gear. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a flamethrower.
Do flamethrowers work in the rain, actually? Well, they do in this game. That's what matters.
His does, yeah.
All right. There's a lot of characters on screen.
Yeah, he's got all his gang with him.
Did you have, was there a time when there were moments where there were even more? Did you have 10 enemies on screen at once at any time and you had to back off, or has it always been about like this?
So yeah, and on the hard mode there's definitely times where there's that many enemy on screen.
Okay.
I haven't deliberately kind of reduced that number. I think there's a sweet spot with it where if there's too many it just becomes too chaotic. So there's something around what you can actually see going on the screen and how you can respond to what's coming at you. So I'd say that there's more on the hard mode, but I've tried to make it so it's most of the time you're still able to kind of pretty clearly see what's going on. There's quite a lot visually going on when you activate the kind of riot modes, for example. So I'm always trying to balance, that what does the game look like visually and kind of any effects that I might be trying to introduce with how playable is it and can you actually see what's going on,
Well, I am dying a lot. Oh, if this is the final boss, then...
I suppose that makes sense.
Or is it? Is there a secret boss after this?
Well,
I guess we'll find out.
Well, we will find out.
Beast Gamer Kuma says the game looks great. I agree. This is a great looking game.
Oh, that's really kind. Thank you. Thank you. It's my pixel art over the last 5 years. I've really tried to. There is screenshots and stuff of the game from ages and ages ago that at the time, it's kind of what I'd kind of shared on Twitter and what I'd kind of, and I was, I was learning, I guess, and I've really kind of tried to develop that over the years and hopefully kind of made some progress.
Final stage clear, and I got a final stage complete accomplishment on Steam. Let me go ahead and enter my name again.
Yeah.
Got a whole lot of people in the chat who aren't usually here. Hi, everybody. I hope that you guys consider getting this game. Oh, look at this ending cutscene here.
Yeah.
Sergeant Clay and Rico join forces to fight crime and corruption.
That guy there that's with them as well, the third guy, is the guy at the end of the first stage.
Oh, okay. Focused on a new threat to Fallen City, Iron Jackson. Natasha and her sister move to the frozen forest, training their wolves to fearlessly defend Fallen City. Ah, yay, wolves. And I assume roll credits? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we got music with lyrics now.
Yeah, this is. I hope you like it. It's cool. This is Daniel Lindholm's. He's great. He's got a lot of skills up his sleeve.
Yeah.
That
so
artwork as
real
well
quick,
is-
Beast Gamer Kuma asks, how many for co-op?
So you can play 2-player co-op, either local or through the kind of Steam Friends kind of 2-player mode as well.
Okay.
So it's 2-player at the moment. And that's what's all that's planned at the moment. I love a 4-player kind of brawler, or even a 3-player one, and have kind of looked through development at kind of implementing more characters. I tried to go down that road, and I struggled a little bit with just some of the practicalities of kind of some of the sizes of the sprites and some of the amount of the stuff that's going on, and also just some of the challenge of getting the game to play nicely. It's not something that I would rule out for the future, but I think it's quite a significant thing to implement, so I can't promise any more than 2, but hopefully people enjoy the 2-player mode.
Yeah, okay. 2-player is fine, no worries, good stuff is what they say in response to that.
Thank you. No, that's cool. It's I loved playing Turtles when I was kind of younger as well in the arcade 4-player around that massive cabinet. So. All
right, I got a slightly better score that time, 161. Maybe that puts me into top 120 this time. Who knows? Let's see.
I hope so.
You can continue from stage 7. Cool. Okay. Where was I? There. I guess people are playing this because it's taken a while to load that leaderboard.
Yeah, maybe. It's
Let me back out and try again, actually.
But yeah. It should come up. It might be that there's something going on there.
Maybe it's a Steam server issue.
Maybe. Something. I'll make a note of it though, because it's it should. The intention is it should kind of be.
Yeah, and it has until now.
Yeah.
Maybe it can't compute how bad my score is, and it's underflowing me to first place, and it doesn't know what to do about that. I don't think that's happening. Okay, well, you know what? I've played through the whole game. I think that's actually a pretty good stopping point. If people want to see how the other 3 characters play, you guys should go get the game yourselves and find out. That's what I say.
It's been fantastic being with you for this, and thank you to everyone in the comments, in the chat, and that's kind of been watching. It's appreciated. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah. Well, Mike, you've made a tremendous game. This is a really great beat 'em up. The chat has been full of people including people I've never seen before, coming in just to say that they're excited for this, and the people who've played it love it. So you've truly made an amazing beat 'em up, and I think a big congratulations are in order.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's been obviously a kind of launch day, big day. I was hoping it would go well, and I was just excited. People have been waiting, and people have been so patient. It'd be amazing. I'd get messages from people who'd kind of first contacted me kind of literally, 4 or 5 years ago, for people to still be interested and to have been so patient whilst I've tried to push this forward. It is really appreciated. So thank you. That's really kind.
Yeah. And of course, thank you so much for joining us on stream today so that we could pick your brain a little and find out a bit more about the game. And it was really nice having you on. You did great. So thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's been a real pleasure. So thank you so much.
Yeah. So everyone watching, Fallen City Brawl out now on PC. Please go get it. And of course, it will be coming to consoles later this year. So with any luck, I'll be playing it again when that happens, and you'll be able to see me do just as poorly on PlayStation. So something for you guys to look forward to in the future. So once again, Mike, thank you so much for joining me, and thank all of you for watching. We had so many people here who are not usually here, so thanks everyone. I am going to be back on Friday. I'm going to be playing a different game. This time I'm going to be playing Fae Falling. I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm playing Friday. Hope to see you all then. Shout out to the lurkers, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube afterwards. On behalf of East Asia Soft, I have been Skull, and I've been here with Mike Wells, the developer of Fallen City Brawl.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, is there anything else that you want to add here at the end?
No, I think just to say thank you to everyone who's played the game. Thank you to everyone that's kind of been watching this stream as well. It's I've put a lot, I kind of put my heart and soul into developing this.
Yeah,
updates
and it shows. You've done it. You've done a tremendous job.
Thank you. It's been great. Being partnered with East Asia Soft was a great decision, and so thank you to East Asia Soft as well for the support throughout. It's been fantastic, and I'm glad we're here. I'm glad it's today, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to play it, and I'm enjoying it. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I think that pretty much covers it. Okay, everyone, have yourselves a great day and a great week, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.